Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to put together this large three-dimensional flower that I have at the Silhouette online shop and in LoriWhitlock.com. You'll notice that there's a circle for the center of your flower to embellish it, and there are 3 large 5-petal flowers. You'll notice that one of those is slightly, ever so slightly smaller than the other 2. You're going to want to cut that out of just basic, plain, cheap cardstock, and then you'll want to cut your larger 2 out of your nicer cardstock, along with your little edges that look like this. There's 5 of these. You're going to want all of these to be the outside portion of your flower, and this will be your center, and this will go inside where it won't be seen at the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue all of these little edge pieces together in a long row. So I'm going to just take my very first piece, put a little glue on it, and attach the next piece to it. And I'm going to do that all the way down the line. Make sure that you're very careful to place those right along the perforation lines so that your pieces end up the right length. Once you have all of these glued together in a long chain, you are going to go ahead and start folding all of the little glue tabs in one direction. So go ahead and do that next. Okay, once I got all of my tabs folded in one direction, I went ahead and took the 2 ends from my long strip and glued them together as well. All of my glue seams are on the inside of my little edge. So now what we need to do is take our smallest piece and go ahead and start forming our flower around that. You kind of need to pull these upper tabs kind of up and out of your way while you're working on the inside, but we'll have to fold those down at the end. So what I'm going to do is take one little section and start gluing on the back side here. Okay, I'm going to start gluing one little section. Those edges where we have our perforations are going to fold in and form our little petals. So just know that those little folds need to hit right inside the peak of each flower petal. So I'm just going to take that one section and just pinch that petal into place and glue that down and let that dry really good before I move to the next section. When I'm ready to move to the next section, I'm going to flip my project over and add some more glue to the back side right around the next curve. A couple of those end tabs didn't get in place, so I'm going to put a little extra glue there to make sure they can get some glue this time. This is a little bit tricky, but it's really not too bad. So go ahead and get that next section pinched into place and hold it and let it dry. Now you just need to continue around the rest of the flower, gluing each section into place as you go along. Okay, now that you have that backing piece all glued in place, you're ready to put on our final outer coverings. So we just need to put some glue around the edges of this and put it in place. Okay, so now the key here is just to go around and very carefully make sure every little section's in the right place so that you don't see your little glue tabs from the inside. And once you feel like you have it in place pretty well, you can lay it down on the table and flip it over. Now, the last thing we have to do is, well, not the last thing, the second to the last thing we have to do is cover this front side. And all we need to do is just cover this piece in adhesive. I'm going to make sure I get the edges really well so that it's glued all the way to the edge, and then just a little bit throughout. Okay, now our last thing to add would be our cute little center. Okay, after gluing that center in place, your flower is done, and it just makes a really cute home decor piece or a decoration for a party or whatever that you have going on. So this is really fun. The other thing I thought would also be fun would be to put a hole in the bottom here and glue a dowel rod through it so that you could make several of them on a stick to put in like a bigger mason jar or something for decorations. So that gives you some ideas of what you could do with this cute flower. I hope you enjoy making these and have a great day. Bye-bye.